Can you see how impossible it is to follow that fucking set? I've been feeling especially broody recently. And I feel broody at all the wrong times. Like I was sat in my room rolling a cigarette with weed in it. No, it was rolling a cigarette and I was sat there, I was looking at the absolute mess that my room is, and then I was trying to get up the motivation to clean it, and then also I was, at the back of my mind, I was worrying because I thought I might have accidentally overdosed on my antidepressants that morning, and then I was like, so between all this I was looking at the mess, thinking about the antidepressants, thinking about all this stuff, and then my brain just went, you should have a baby! And I thought about it for longer than I'm willing to admit. And here's the thing, right? I wouldn't trust myself to have a baby. I shouldn't have a baby. I've left nightclubs without my shoes before. You can't trust me with a human life. But also the other reason I don't want to have kids is because I'm worried they grow up resenting me. I think I grew up resenting my dad a bit, and I've tried to move against that. I've tried not to resent him, but it's difficult sometimes. It comes out sometimes. He called me up the other day, and I'd gone up to see my parents, and I had a bit of the sniffles. I was a bit sniffly snuffly, and my dad called me up a few days later and said, "Tom, you gave me a cold." I was like, "Dad, you gave me low self-esteem." Scoreboard, bitch. I guess the reason I have a big problem with my dad, I suppose, is this one particular story. I need to assure you before I start. I've done this a couple of times on stage. I need to assure you that this story is absolutely 100% true. I was about 11 or 12 years old. I was in my bedroom. I was lying in bed, and I was woken up by this alarm going off in my room. And I was lying in bed and I was terrified. I was thinking, what's this alarm? And I looked over and realised it was the carbon monoxide detector, because I had a carbon monoxide detector in my room. And I remember sitting there thinking, oh my God, carbon monoxide is so dangerous. It's going to be poisonous. What if I die? And then my dad came in. He'd heard the alarm as well. He came in, strode forward with a really purposeful look on his face, picked up the carbon monoxide detector, took the batteries out, and went back to sleep. You know when you see something and your brain's like, oh, this is going to lead to intimacy issues later in life. So I shouldn't have a baby. I am trying to get better. I'm now 100 days sober. That was as of today, actually. I'm 100 days sober, and I don't know. It's weird. It's weird having a drinking problem, but because it's one of the hardest things you can go through. It's one of the most upsetting things in life, but also it's not without its advantages. Like, it does give you a certain extra clout in arguments. Like, my friends will be deciding where to eat, and they'll suggest Pizza Hut, and I don't want to go to Pizza Hut. I don't say, I don't want to go to Pizza Hut. I say, I'm an alcoholic, we're not going to Pizza Hut. And then they're like, oh shit, I guess we're not going to Pizza Hut. But the thing is, it gives you extra clout in arguments that aren't even related to that. Like, you can use it, I'm an alcoholic, Terminator 3 was underrated. And it's like, and people get away with it, and the best thing to do is to do it in arguments where you are factually wrong, because it really puts people off. I'll be like, I'm an alcoholic, Chevy Chase was in the Ghostbusters. And you won't win, but you'll gain some fucking ground. Okay, I'm on to a different topic now. I hate these people who say that they were born in the wrong decade. I hate people who do that. There was a friend of mine from school who maintains, she goes, I wish I was born in the 50s. I mean, stop it. You are white and you're over-romanticising the Beatles. I'm an alcoholic and the Beatles weren't that good, okay? Thanks for that. I'm gonna end on a bit that I realised recently that I've never done in Sandy, so I thought I'd do it now. This is an impression that I do, and this is a Conservative MP eating his dinner. So this is my impression. Have a chat. Impression starts now. Oh, hello. Yes, sorry, I didn't see that. How are you? Yeah, yes, I agree. Absolute state of affairs. No, I think she's doing as well as she can with a bad lot. The real question will be who will come after her. Rees-Mogg, yes, maybe. Don't laugh, it might happen. No, I think that benefits obviously are always going to be a hot button issue, but I think we need to come to a point where we put the Treasury first, we put money first, and austerity is the only way forward, really. I'm really sorry, I fucked up completely. This is, it's really irritating. This is the last time I'll get to do this, and I completely fucked it up. I forgot to mention, he's eating a baby. That's been me, thanks very much.